you're saying is this is a Hallmark movie but rated R, because that's what I'm taking away from this movie. It's a Hallmark movie but rated R, right? So I'm going to be completely honest, I know very jack squat about Thanksgiving, except for the fact that it's an American tradition and that their history of America evolving is similar to Australia's very dark history, but it's very good at being covered up. Now, this is actually inspired by Elof de Vos' love for grindhouse movies. I'm not familiar with the grindhouse genre, but I can see it's very Look, so this is very interesting to watch through. My first thoughts after finishing it, or at least halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, it's a Hallmark movie, but with very creative elements to killing people. And then it got towards the end and I was like, oh, you know who would love this movie? Dr. Lecter. Because there's a whole cannibalistic theme going on throughout the whole movie that you sit there going, alright, Dr. Lecter would love this movie. Okay, so it follows Thanksgiving. Now, from what I've heard in the news, Thanksgiving is a lot about the chaos of Black Friday sales, which is what this was inspired by, Black Friday sales. Except, my God, I didn't realize how insane Americans could get with their Black Friday lineups. Like, man, I know we can get bad when it's crazy good specials, but damn, alright. So, it starts off pretty chaotic. You kind of get the gist of it before the opening credits have a chance to start. But then it gets started, and then it flash forwards to a year later. And you follow along the little red herrings that you're like, oh, I know who the killer is. So by the end of the movie, you're thinking, oh, great, it's going to be this person. Which, surprisingly, I was thankful to be wrong. And I don't always celebrate the fact that I'm wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong on who the killer was, and I got so excited. But also, like, I pray to God there is no sequel. Because this door leaves it open for a sequel, and I pray to God there is not one. Okay, look, it's creative with the way it kills people. I'll give it credit there. But its gore factor, its bloody factor, it feels very gimmicky and very forced fake. Like, you sit there and you're like, dude, I know you chucked tomato sauce on somebody. Dude, I know that's just red sauce that you had to use. Like, how fake do you want it to look? This is supposed to be a 2023 movie and you're looking like you just discovered what practical effects are. Like, okay. The storyline, this is why I think it's a Hallmark movie, because the storyline follows this rich white family who, you know, is very greedy when it comes to money and owns all these properties and all these companies throughout Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's why I thought it was a Hallmark movie. Like I said, I compared it to a Hallmark movie, but rated R, because in Australia it's an R18 plus movie. And it's also the first time I had to be checked for ID in a movie, which is very interesting. The only reason I saw this movie was because of this poster. Like, that poster looks cool. It is not scary. Myself, I saw it with about 9 other people. We all pissed ourselves laughing. Not even kidding, we all just laughed. There was plenty of jump scares, but most of the time we just laughed. We were like, alright, we're just rolling with the punches here. Don't know if we're supposed to laugh, but we laughed, alright. Which is a very messed up sense of humor. Also, look, I get it. In high school, you swear. People in my high school swore. But, like, these high schoolers had the personalities of a mid-20-something-year-old. Like, these were not like 16, 17-year-olds. No. These are like 20-something-year-olds playing 20-something-year-olds. Like, you specifically say you're in high school. Why are you acting like a 20-something-year-old? Like, it's something. It's very something. And I really pray to God there's no sequel, because Jesus Christ, it was something, alright? Just, only upside is that I'm thankful that I was wrong about who the killer was, because if I was right, I would have thrown something at the screen. Not gonna lie, that's the only upside to the movie, is I got excited that I was wrong. But other than that, yeah, it's a movie.